Hello people, what a beautiful day. I'm just going to show you these little fans I've bought, and I'm going to put them in the stock lofts. You know when you're in the stock lofts and you've got twice the amount of pigeons in there, then 4 times the amount of pigeons in there because you've got young birds in there. So I just bought a couple of little 12 volt fans that work off solar, and I'm just going to, well, I'm not going to do it today, but I'll get them wired in. Well, I ain't got to wire them in. All it is that's the fan part of it, and that's the solar panel part of it. And look at it. But you might even be able to hear it. I mean, it's going like hell. So I've got it just to, if I put them in at the top, you know, on the facing, on the like the faucet that's facing out, and then just let it drag some air out, it'll cause a like a vacuum inside and draw it out. So hopefully that'll be good. But we don't know without we try things. You know what I'm like for trying things. There's another thing I was going to go on about. Well, not go on about, I was just going to tell you. But, you know, it's simple as that. And that's this Moulin tea. Moulin tea, it's been known, you know, since the Roman ages, I think, for being good for us. Now, I've been taking a cup of tea. That's it, Moulin leaves. Now, if you just put it on Google and look at it, you have a good look at it, do a bit of research like I do. You know, I'm like for doing things anyway. So I've got mine on that. What I do, I just put 2 tablespoons into a milk container. Seems like I do with the garlic, really. These are the milk containers. Like that. We can't see because of the bloody sun. But the tea leaves are in there, and I put a bit of warm water, not boiling water, because it'd burn the bloody plastic. And then I top it up with code, and I usually put it like a cupful into the drinker, you know, into one of these drinkers, and then fill it up. The same as I do with the garlic. I do the same with the garlic. And it's for respiratory. It clears the mucus out your lungs. Do you know what I mean? It's for humans. It does clears your lungs up. It clears the mucus out your lungs, your mucous membranes in your nose, and all things like that. So I thought, right, you know me, I'll give it a go on the pigeons. So I am doing. Everything's having it. I've just let these out. These are mostly hens, obviously, because the cocks will be on nests. They're having a go. They're off now. But my flowers, look, I mean, that one, they don't come up this end much. The ones in front at loft, look, they're supposed to be pansies and carnations. That's chives, I don't mind them eating that. I've got another one ready to put here when that one's been ate. But they love pansies, and I don't know if some of the older fanciers can remember, because don't forget I'm getting on. I'm 62, I'm fat, as I keep getting told. Well, I'm single. But anyway, don't get me going. But when you think of all pansies, like these pansies here, they're pansies and they're violas. But they're derived from the wild Viola tricula, which was a very, very small pansy that you found wild in the fields. And I know where there's some down Lawton if you know where to look. And it's called Viola tricula. And Viola tricula was very, very good for pigeons as well. Some of the older guys who watch this will remember it, because you probably can still buy it, Viola tricula liquid. I took some bloody saying, I'm not going to say it again. And it's good for the pigeons and all. So when they start eating these pansies, which they do, look, not so much that one again because it's at the end. That had all of them in it. Gone. I don't mind. Do you know what I mean? Because I know it's okay for them, because it's all derived from Viola tricula. So it's just something else, you know. If you're going to put some flowers there, you want flowers there that they're okay to eat, because there's a lot. Let me just explain. There's a lot of flowers that are poisonous to pigeons if you looked them up. Lupins. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Lupins are, geraniums, they are. There's quite a few are, do you know what I mean? So just be careful when you're trying to make your garden look nice. They're bay trees. I've just put them in here. They won't stay in there. I've got 2 over there in pots, and I'm going to put them somewhere else, but I'll have to find somewhere next year for. I'll leave them there this year, and then try and find somewhere to put them. They're good for rats. Rats will eat bay leaves. You can look it up on the internet. You know what I'm like for looking it up. I already have. They'll eat bay leaves because they can't resist it. The taste or something that kills them. I don't know how much of it they've got to eat, but even if they just keep nibbling it and die, so I should probably plant mine. I mean, all my lofts are well off the floor anyway, so that I've got no rats. But I do get, before anybody jumps on everybody's got rats, I do get travelling rats. I call them travelling rats. They'll come from other places. Do you know what I mean? So my dogs can get under all these, and I know you're going to say, well, he's only got 2 hours. They still do the job. They still go under there looking, so it's still a deterrent against the rats. They're too busy having sex with each other, look. 2 girls mine, but they're both in bang on in heat. Look at the tails going round, and they want to ump each other, look. And so they're just shagging each other at the minute. They're not worried about ratting. So all the garlic. I grow a lot of garlic, obviously, because I use quite a bit of garlic on these onions. There's more garlic over there in them raised beds. I like eating garlic, and I know the pigeons do, so I put the wire over them because they do peck the tops, which I don't mind them picking the tops because it's good for them again. Like I showed the video with chives, onions, obviously the chive family, so again, that's good for them. Do you know what I mean? So we're going to have a look in, and I ain't cleaned out, so I'm not bothered. Oh. Batteries. Clocks. I have got lights that go in, but I never turn them on. Do you know what I mean? I have turned them on when it got dark once coming from the National, and I did put them on. And I've put them on for basketing. Sometimes I had to come down here at like bloody 4 o'clock, you know, to start basketing, so I do put them on then. But all the young ones are coming on fine. Everything's bang on. Well, I think it is anyway. It's everybody to their opinion, isn't it? That everybody does things different, and she's in there all nice. That's one of Anton. Well, you maybe don't watch these videos, Anton, anyway. But Anton Astor, he let me have 2 cracking cocks. He had these cocks, and he said, "Anybody want these? Just pay the carriage." One was a bush out. She's out the bush out Redden, and the other one was Jan Thielen's. And I've got the Jan Thielen's one paired up to a red hen. From Wayne and Lou. The telephone ring there, come off, look. No, eyes like an hawk, even at 62. I've got 100 of them coming from Body and Rywood. They had my money, right, in December the 14th, and I'm still waiting for them. I've emailed and emailed and emailed. I just keep getting fobbed off by excuses. Do you know what I mean? I've took the 2 pufters out, the 2 white cocks had that box and that box. Anyway, there was buggering about the other night. I won't come in, and I'm a bugger mate. I know I've seen Paul Fisher just to leave them, so they was out. I just shut the trap, I'm off, you stay out. Anyway, when I come in the morning, he was in that box with his hen, and he was in that box calling. So I thought, right. So I moved the 2 white ones right down at the other end of the loft in that used to be in Avery. And they're in there. I shall still race them. You might get a bit of motivation by bringing them in here and just letting them having a rough bit of tumble and that, you know what I mean? I always put the eggs, it's just one of them things I always do, as you'll see the rings are there. I always put them on that little thing. I did it before when I flew before. And then I know when I come in what wants ringing. You know, obviously he's got no ring there. I mean, he's only got 1. Here, he has got 2, sorry. It's at the bottom of the red cock that's only got 1. I can prove that. I got mixed up with the red cocks. So I put them there. Yeah, that's the red cock at the bottom, look. He's only got 1. I knew one of the red cocks only had 1. So I put them there. Then as soon as when I walk in, I know no rings, they've been rung. You know what I mean? Need ringing, need ringing, need ringing, need ringing, need ringing. Do you know what I mean? And then I know in my mind that I'm not going to, hopefully not going to miss out. I mean, and I still put my hands in and never look. Once they've got past the stage where the ring can't fall off, you know, like them 2 clickers, I know they're safe. I don't bugger about with them then. I just leave them. Funny how people like to fight with them, innit? I'll leave them for contentment. But they've been wrong. They haven't been wrong, obviously. One of the twinnies. Who nice, aren't them twinnies? Hey boy. That one had a race. He has had a race. He was my second bird from the National. They only had 2 races, as you know. You've seen it all before. I don't have to keep going on. And that's it. But I'm happy with them at the minute. Like I say, I would have loved to have flown natural, but I just think just to give me a bit more a chance, because obviously I've got that challenge going, and they're in a good spot. So I'm flying 200 mile first, just so to give me a bit of a more of a chance. I'll put them on roundabout. I'll put these doors back on. You know, there's 2 doors that usually go here. I'll put them back on. So apart from that, everything's fine. I mean, you come in here, and I'm not just saying it because I'm stood here, but you can't smell pigeons, and that's one of the things always to look out for and all. You shouldn't be able to smell pigeons. When you walk in a pigeon loft, you shouldn't be able to smell pigeons. It should just smell fresh. Do you know what I mean? So, I mean, I get lots of fresh air in here. There's air that comes up here and out this top here. It goes out there. Comes in the back, high up, and comes up there. Comes in these fronts, because all got wire bottoms. So even if I put them on, because I put them on when it was getting a bit windy, because I can put that up as well, you see, to stop them going in that aviary if I wanted to. But I don't mind a bit aviary, but that's just a security thing. I've got a lock there to lock it up. So they get air coming up there. Same with these ones. Shut up. These have all got wire bottoms. I can shut these off like that, or I can leave them open. I can take them out, which I do in the height of summer. Excuse me. So, like I say, I'm happy with it, the way it's going. We just had a sea now. Just had a sea. I've got no excuses because I've got a full team. A young team, but I've got a full team. I mean, I did dispose of a few 2-year-olds. But hey, you can only piss with the cock you've got. So, I'll get off then. I've said my bit. Alright, babies. Ta-da! See you later. And thank you all for the compliments I got before. It really did mean a lot to me when I was getting messages saying, you know, don't stop, we enjoy. And one of them, I know I've said I was going, but was from a man who said, I've been watching your videos and I'm going to start racing pigeons. And I can find it and send whoever, if anybody wants to see it, you know, say I'm lying, I can send it. I thought it was lovely. Do you know what I mean? That will keep me going all year. Just that one message will keep me going all year. That somebody's been watching these, enjoying them, and decided to keep pigeons. And he's up in Cumbria. Okay, ta-ra people.